Hello everybody and welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Before I start this, just a couple of things I want to say. This is not going to be that in-depth, it's going to be a very sort of quick video talking about the brand new sonic screwdriver. I do want to make a full video breaking down all of the filming stuff that we've seen over the last few days, because I made a video on it on the first day of filming, but there's been many days since, and many more things to be able to break down in terms of plot, in terms of characters, so there will be some sort of news video hopefully towards the end of this week, early next week, sort of breaking all that down and sort of going through what's been seen on the shoot. But today we're going to be talking about some brand new images that have just surfaced from the set itself of the new sonic screwdriver. It's been the topic of some debate for the last couple of days because David's had his sonic screwdriver out on set, but obviously because it's sort of like a light up device, it's hard to kind of make out exactly what it looks like. Whereas now we actually have some very nice looking close-up images of the sonic screwdriver, both in his hand turned off and in his hand turned on. It's still very vague and it's not something that I could quickly make a mock-up of, so forgive me for that. But let's talk about it. It's an interesting one. So in this first photo, we'll talk about first with him with his hand in front of his face, here holding the sonic screwdriver almost right at the camera. It's interesting, you can only really see the emitter of the sonic screwdriver, but you can definitely make out that it's a brand new one. At first, I was kind of speculating that it looked a little bit like Capaldi's, because it seems to have lights not just at the top but on the sides as well, which sort of give me those Capaldi vibes. It looks to be a little bit more interesting. It's got a light at the top, a blue emitter, and then it's got some sort of like ring round it, or some sort of dampeners or something that stick to the side of the sonic screwdriver, which are interesting. They reminded me a little bit of the sort of Cybermen headpiece, where they sort of like go around the top and then sort of stick together on both sides, like the sort of ear parts. And in the emitter itself, you can kind of make out that it goes a little bit darker and a little bit lighter there. It looks to be metal, with a sort of blue light on various areas of it. But there's really not much you can make out from that. But it is a nice look, and it's probably the best look we've got yet of the new sonic screwdriver. Looking at the second photo, we have it turned off. You can kind of make out something, but it's a bit difficult to see. You can't really see the sort of arch part of the sonic screwdriver here. It looks a little bit more like Matt's sonic screwdriver, the 11th Doctor's sonic. The interesting thing I could spot is that the handle was obviously back to this beige look, which is what the 10th Doctor had, sort of on and off. Various of the 9th and 10th Doctor sonic screwdriver designs sort of varied from a sort of grey to a blue to a sort of yellowy handle. It was very yellowy in the 50th anniversary, and this looks more like the sort of beigey colour, which is more in line of what we kind of saw from the early Russell T Davies era before. If it was just that, I'd be kind of inclined to think that it was just an upgraded version of his original Sonic, but with obviously the brand new emitter that we can see, it looks to be completely different altogether. So yeah, I'm completely here for it. What do I think about this design? I really like it. I think seeing a little bit more and, you know, maybe getting a bit of a closer look in either future filming days or just in the show itself in about a year's time, I think I'm really going to like this design. I think it feels like a bit of a step up from Jodie's, at the very least. I do like Jodie's Sonic, but I just feel like it just felt a bit weird. It kind of looked like, I don't know, it kind of looked like a shit. You know, opposed to like the kind of scientific devices that other ones have looked at. You could tell Jodie's was kind of made like out of spoons in a Sheffield scrapyard, whereas this looks more akin to Capaldi's, which is my all-time favourite Sonic. I still think it's just beautiful, and you know, the kind of TARDIS, kind of less handmade, more kind of TARDIS made. This kind of feels like a nice mix of the two. It still feels a little bit, just from what we can see with the beige and all that sort of thing, it still feels a bit kind of cobbled together, but I actually really like the look of it. Obviously a big fan of the blue emitter being back. And yeah, no, I think the general design from what we can see looks quite nice. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say about it. There's two photos we've got here to really break it down, and there's not really much we can infer from it. But I thought I'd make a little quick video talking about that because it's a new sonic screwdriver design. You know, you don't get one of these you don't get these very often, so I thought I'd chat about it. In terms of, once again, just to remind you guys, I will be doing another video soon about all the filming stuff, because obviously we've seen loads of new characters on set. We've seen, obviously, Sylvia Noble, Donna's mum, Sean, Donna's husband, some more sort of confirmation about Rose potentially being Donna's daughter, so there's more to unpack there, as well as a dematerialization scene. the Doctor and Donna going into the TARDIS together. There's so much to break down. I even visited the set on that day to sort of see what they were filming, and like a lot of people, I actually got to be there in person and see it, and so I feel like that'll be a bit of an interesting video to make, but I need a little bit more time to do that. This is kind of just dropped now, so I thought, oh, I'll make a video about this Sonic before it's all news. So there you go. This is the new Sonic Screwdriver. Let me know what you think from the very little you can see at the moment in the comments below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment below, all that sort of lovely stuff, and I will see you all later. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.